In the 10th century BC, at the height of the ancient world, a young king rose to the throne of Israel. His name was Solomon, a ruler whose fame crossed deserts, continents, and generations. People remember him as the richest king of his age. But wealth alone did not define him. His story is a rare mix of power, wisdom, diplomacy, and mystery. This is the rise of King Solomon. When Solomon's father, King David, grew old and weak, palace tensions exploded. His brother, Adonijah, tried to seize the throne. Noble families took sides, generals moved quietly through the city, and Israel stood on the edge of a political crisis. But David acted quickly. He ordered Solomon to be anointed king in public, with trumpets and celebrations that echoed across Jerusalem. Overnight, the balance of power shifted. Adonijah's supporters backed down, and Solomon, still young, suddenly stood as the ruler of a kingdom stretching from the Mediterranean to the edge of the Arabian desert. Early in his reign, he strengthened his position, removed conspirators, reorganized the court, built alliances. Israel entered a new age of stability. Early in his reign, he strengthened his position, removed conspirators, reorganized the court, built alliances. Israel entered a new age of stability. God appeared to him in a dream and said, "Ask for anything." Solomon didn't ask for riches, nor for power, nor for victory in war. He asked for wisdom, the ability to judge his people with clarity and understanding. The request pleased heaven. Instead of only wisdom, he received all three: wisdom, riches, and honor. A rare combination that made his name echo across the ancient world. Not long after, Solomon faced a case that revealed his extraordinary insight: the famous judgment of the two women claiming the same child. With no witnesses and no evidence, the dispute seemed impossible to solve. Then Solomon spoke a shocking sentence: "Bring me a sword." He proposed dividing the child so each woman would receive half. One cried out desperately, begging to spare the child's life, even if she would lose him. The other agreed coldly. In that single moment, Solomon knew the truth. The child belonged to the woman who loved him enough to give him up. News of this judgment spread like wildfire. Rulers, merchants, and travelers carried the story to distant lands. Solomon's wisdom became legendary. Under Solomon, Israel became the richest it had ever been. Strategically located at the crossroads of Egypt, Arabia, and the Mediterranean, the kingdom controlled major trade routes where caravans carried spices, copper, ivory, timber, incense, and precious stones. Every year, Solomon received over 25 tons of gold. Tributes from neighboring kings, taxes on trade, and international expeditions, returning every 3 years with treasures from faraway lands, all fueled the economy. After 40 years of rule, Solomon grew old. His alliances became strained, and some reforms sparked criticism. But despite the challenges of his final years, one thing remained undeniable: his reign changed the region forever. He left behind a legacy of wisdom, architecture, diplomacy, and unmatched wealth. To this day, Solomon is remembered as one of the richest and wisest men in all of ancient history. A ruler whose story still inspires fascination thousands of years later. Gold became so common that silver almost lost its value. For many in the ancient world, this was Israel's golden age, literally. But despite the overwhelming wealth, the world still remembered him for something greater. His unparalleled wisdom. One of Solomon's greatest achievements was the construction of the first temple of Jerusalem. Massive limestone blocks, cedar wood from Lebanon, bronze pillars, carved gold decorations. The project took 7 years and thousands of workers. The temple became the spiritual heart of the nation and a symbol recognized far beyond Israel's borders. It wasn't just a building, it was a statement. Israel had entered an age of power and identity. Solomon's wisdom attracted visitors from distant kingdoms, but none more famous than the Queen of Sheba. She traveled with an enormous caravan loaded with spices, gold, jewels, and rare treasures. She came to test the king to see if the rumors were true. She questioned him on politics, trade, philosophy, mysteries, and riddles. And after hearing every answer, she confessed something remarkable. Not even half of your greatness had been told. Her visit sealed an alliance and spread Solomon's fame even further into Africa, Arabia, and beyond. Solomon didn't stop there. He built palaces, fortresses, warehouses, and entire cities. He strengthened ports that opened trade to the Red Sea. His rule brought peace, and with it, prosperity. For a generation, Israel enjoyed stability, culture, and economic power. Travelers reported that gold decorated the palaces, cedar wood perfumed the halls, and the marketplaces of Jerusalem overflowed with goods from every direction of the ancient world. After 40 years of rule, Solomon grew old. His alliances became strained, and some reforms sparked criticism. But despite the challenges of his final years, one thing remained undeniable: his reign changed the region forever. He left behind a legacy of wisdom, architecture, diplomacy, and unmatched wealth. To this day, Solomon is remembered as one of the richest and wisest men in all of ancient history, a ruler whose story still inspires fascination thousands of years later.